welcome back to another Fabulous Room channel. I'm Jacob from Jacob's Books. Jacob is here, not Jacob's Books Corner. And today we're going to be talking about the speed build that I built in The Sims 4. This is a house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-story, 3-bath, maybe 2.5 bath bedroom home. I built it off a floor plan that I have. I have a few books around my house that are just floor plans, and I built it off one of those. And I wanted to bring a speed build to come back with. Obviously, Werewolves just got released. By the time this goes out, Werewolves has been out for a day. My content for Werewolves will come out daily. So over the next week or so, we'll have werewolf-centric. So if you're interested in Werewolves, this is the place to be. I'm also playing it over on Twitch. I don't have direct dates for that, though. So just gotta go follow me on Twitter if you have a Twitter. And you'll have more information about it. This is a 2-story home. All the bedrooms and stuff are on the top floor. And if I'm being honest with you guys, I'm actually planning on using this direct speed build, or this speed build specifically, to talk about where I've been. And so if you're not interested in the channel whatsoever, this might not be the funnest, narration to listen to, because I'm not going to really be talking about the build itself. The build is just for something fun for you guys to watch in the background as I talk to you about where I've been and plans for the channel and stuff and that type of thing, just to give you a heads up. So if you're interested in that information, this is a perfect place to be. If not, then maybe mute me and watch and listen to something else, maybe a podcast or something, while you watch the speed build. Obviously, I really like the house. I think it's really cute. I think it could be a really fun, middle of the ground legacy home. Was the vibe I gave. There's 2 kids' bedrooms, 1 master. The master bedroom does have a master bath to it. And I think it turned out really nice, and I'm a pretty big fan. We do jump around a little bit, so just bear with me. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. So I've been out on YouTube. I've been away from YouTube for about 60 days now. Maybe a little over 60 days. I'm not sure the exact day number. I could actually look it up in case we were curious. Hold on. Let me do that. And then we can truly talk about it, This was not my intention to take this long a break. Honestly, okay. 59 days is what it will be by the time this video goes up. It was not my intention to take a break whatsoever. I had no intentions of doing any of that. Life happened is really just the answer here. Basically, essentially, if you guys don't know, I think my last video possibly went up in March or April. April 19th is my last video. And it was a extreme makeover video and things, which we'll talk a little bit about extreme makeover in this direct, over or narration or whatever. And I decided to take a little bit of a break from YouTube at the end of April going into May, with no intention of taking the entire May off. I was just going to take the final 2 weeks of April off because I had a lot of things going on personally, and I had just finished one of the LPs and stuff, and I figured we were in a pretty good spot. And I still had people constantly asking through Twitter and through other media forums and things like that, are you coming back? Where is the series? Where is this series? Type of thing. And that has been a constant the entire time I've been gone, which is kind of cool. And definitely a part of the reason why I decided to come back to YouTube. I had no intentions of leaving YouTube. I think I mentioned that. I'm just going to mention it again here. I just didn't have the intentions of doing it. It just happened to be that I just didn't have anything. I had a lot of things pre-filmed, but I had nothing edited. And I was going through a really dark place when I left YouTube. A lot of personal stuff. 2022 has been an extremely tough year. Out of the 3 years that we've gone through during the pandemic and stuff, I would say 2022 has been the worst. 2021 was the year of lull for me personally. 2020 was obviously the pandemic, but the pandemic for me and my family wasn't super bad, at least the initial first wave. It wasn't until Omicron that I started to question my choices of life. And then obviously with this year, in January was super duper hard due to the stuff that was going on with my dad that you guys I don't think I talked about it anywhere on YouTube or anywhere on the internet. And then I had some stuff going on with my dad, and then I also had some stuff going on with my mom. We also got COVID during January, which was an interesting time. And then I was also in a pretty toxic relationship for the better half of the last 2 years or so. Obviously that relationship is now since gone due to an amazing person who has come into my life who might watch this YouTube video. Hi, you know who you are. And yeah, and part of the reason why it's taken me such a long time to get back onto YouTube is because of this amazing person that I absolutely adore and that I'm such a huge fan of. And it's not from their lack of trying to get me to do this. It's just, I just haven't had the desire to do it and things like that. And so now I have the desire to be back on YouTube, and I want to be back on YouTube and want to be back streaming and stuff. Because I was like, maybe I'll just come back as a Twitch streamer and I'll just not do YouTube anymore. Because I've been thinking about just becoming a full Twitch streamer for a while now. I'm going to say it's been the better half of 2 years or so, maybe a year and a half. Not because of YouTube not doing anything wrong, or because I think Twitch has a pretty much a better way of if you're trying to source income. I think Twitch might be an easier platform to do that on than through YouTube. Not that it's extremely easy to do on Twitch, so I don't really recommend it, period. I do both because it's for fun. I don't really do this obviously for the money because I don't get paid for it. But either way. And it just ended up I ended up wanting to come back just because I missed it. Also, I have a few things. I would want to come back just for the simple fact to finish out some of these series. Obviously, the Fast Legacy series for Sims 3 could have went private and just, I could have closed off and it wouldn't have been a problem. But, things trying to look here. Extreme Makeover, that also could have been, it didn't have to have an ending. But, Birth to Death, I'm really into that series and stuff. And, yeah. It did feel very weird, though, in this, lull period of time. I missed my first, pack release and not covering it in the first time in, 4 years. Which was really weird, because even if I take breaks or whatever, I always cover the packs. I have 2 packs since I started City Living that I've not covered before, and I had planned on covering the kits. I still have the video for it. I don't know if I'll post it, though. The kits that came out before Werewolves, and there was one other pack 2 years ago that I missed because of a family thing, and I was like, there's just too much time has passed. I don't want to post a video that I wasn't really super proud of. I've had series before where I was like, I'm done, I'm not going to finish it, but nothing under the lines of missing an entire release pack, and that happened, and that was a really weird and surreal experience for me. Because I just experienced it on my own, which I've not done in such a long time. And then it also comes down to The Sims 4 itself, which I think plays a factor into the overarching problem. And that is, I'm starting to find it boring, which has never happened to me before with the Sims game. So I'm hoping to not let that be a problem, and we'll see. I don't know. That makes it hard to having a channel like this where it's so dedicated towards one thing and you're kind of just growing away from it, because that means you're growing away from your channel. I did post a poll on Twitter this week asking if you guys want other content. I posted The Last of Us Part 2 years ago. It did pretty well, and so I think I'm going to start moving over some of the games I played over on Twitch over here instead of on my second channel, more Jacob. I think it makes more sense to be over here personally, so that's what we're going to end up doing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to mention. I think that's everything. Like I said, we have Werewolves coming up, which is really exciting. A lot of that stuff is being done on Twitch, so if you guys do want to check it out, you totally can. And for the moment, I'm just going to be breaking down some VODs and stuff for you guys. Yeah. Do I feel like we'll probably end up moving over to Twitch at some point, full time? Yeah, I do. I do feel like it's in the near future. It's just not yet. I'm not ready to give up YouTube just yet. I have a lot of changes happening in my life. I am with someone that I really like, and we're gonna end up moving out and things. It's a really big moment of my life, and I'm just not really ready for me to give up this. So yeah, I think that's everything. I am excited to be back. It doesn't truly sound like it, but I am excited to be back. And I'm excited to try to fall back in love with The Sims. I don't know if it's possible, to be honest with you. I'm not really sure. I've taken such a long time off from it that I don't know if it's possible. It's the longest I've ever taken off of playing The Sims. I didn't play it all the entire time I was gone, and I didn't miss it. Until like a week ago is when I first started like really wanting to play it. So hopefully that's a good sign for us. And I will continue to upload some stuff. I'd say for the next week or so, just expect werewolf content, and then we can jump back into our daily programming and things. I'm sure I'll talk about it in a different speed build before then, and so forth. Yeah. For werewolves, we have quite a bit of things coming out, but I don't want to date this speed build by talking too much about that because I've already dated it basically by, this is basically an update video in a speed build form, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I hope. Yeah, that's everything I got for you guys. My Twitch is linked down below. Everything else is linked down below. I have tons of videos. I have over 1,000 videos on my channel, or just about. So, like, if you guys do never see my face before and you guys want to see more of me, there's more of me down below, I promise. And I think it's really good, especially the past, 2 years. I've done a lot to try to make it really fun and make the edits really fun and make it really funny for you guys. So I do recommend, it's I think I can self-plug myself. Yeah, I do recommend. I also have a podcast with my brother, and we do movie commentaries over there, and I have a book channel that will also be making a resurgence next week. It's going to happen this week, but in reality, it's just not going to be a thing. So next week, I have lots of videos planned for that. I think it's going to be every Tuesday onward, and so Monday there'll be a video over there, so I'm very excited about all those. But yeah, okay, we're having a lull moment on my side, which kind of sucks. Oh, we're doing the upstairs. Yeah, I also try to make this as plain as possible for any Sims can live here. I mean, speed builds, it's kind of the whole point of them, unless you're building it for a specific reason, and which I will be for werewolves and stuff. I don't know. It's so weird. I gotta get used to being filming and editing with somebody else that I just want to be around 24/7. He's on his way home right now, and I know I'm not gonna want to do any of this when he gets home. So I was just okay, let's film this now, and then yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to go up tomorrow, and then we'll have our first official werewolf content on Saturday. Not the original plan, but it is the plan that worked out, which is fine. I do like this room, by the way. I think it's cute. I am enjoying it. And yeah, I like this speed build. I don't really have anything else to say, guys, which really sucks. I'm just going to continue to talk. I don't really have anything. Just so much things are changing. I have to look for a new job. We're going to be looking for an apartment. Fun, exciting things are happening in my life, but it does make YouTube hard. When I was boring, YouTube was easier. I'm not going to lie to you. YouTube's hard now that I have a life. And I do have a life, which is crazy. I've never had a life. It's been a whole thing. I did use rooms, by the way, from other packs to help me decorate kids' rooms. You can judge me for that if you want. I kind of judge myself a little bit. I think they turned out cute for being copycats, in my defense. But you can judge me for it. Well, guys, that is the end of this speed build. If you guys enjoyed, please give me a big fat thumbs up. Sorry I was all over the place. It's my first one back. First video I filmed in 2 months. So, yeah. I'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you for watching. And good